a strategy to offset some of the events or a repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently. We have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your daily vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, so first off, let me say I apologize sincerely for being so late, but my camera was acting real crazy. Remember earlier I told you guys I was having issues with the software for the camera. So right as I was about to start, it had deleted itself. I guess because it was trying to update earlier and I didn't let it because I was starting to live. Long story short, I had to allow it to reinstall and then had to reset all the settings. Okay, so does the camera look okay? Do I look crazy? How's the color? Is the color on the camera okay? One's in the chat because I did it in a rush. Is the color on the camera okay? One's if yes, two's if I'm looking crazy. And again, I apologize for being late. Okay, so people putting ones. Okay, thank you. So now with that all been said, let's get into it because I told you guys I was going to be doing a reaction video. And this is a video. Vince, I said you look flawless. Thank you, beloved. Okay, this is a video where they were addressing, a couple of YouTubers, specifically one YouTuber who had something to say about some of their work or what have you. Now, here's the thing. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I don't understand why some people get upset about people who have contrary opinions to theirs. If you don't like what someone is talking about, you could simply just not tune in and listen. Of course, we all could. But the bottom line is, why would you literally get upset and go in on somebody about their own views and opinions? Okay, that's just very interesting to me. And then say that they're doing things that you yourself turn out to do. And the funny thing is the people who back up some of these people who start stuff, and they know darn well these people start stuff, they'll get mad at people who defend themselves against them. You see, here's the thing. You don't get to start some shite and then dictate or determine how the other person responds. That's what you don't get to do. Okay, that's what you don't get to do. Now, just because you pinch someone and they slap you, that doesn't mean that they overreacted. It just means that you should have kept your hands to yourself. If you slap me and I punch you in the nose, well, you can't say that's not fair. She hit me with a closed fist, but I hit her with an open hand, because that's not how it works. Okay, you don't get to tell somebody how to react. And to every action, there is usually a reaction. So if you say something about somebody, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, you cannot be upset when they say something back, and nor can your minions. You see, some people seem to think that whatever they think about somebody is all that matters, and that if anyone else says something to the contrary of what they say about this person, then that person's wrong. No, that person's not wrong. It doesn't even mean that the other person's wrong. It just means that they both have two different ways of seeing that person. You see, it's something called perception. And where I come from, which is reality, perception is reality. Okay? See, I don't live in a fantasy world where I think I get to tell everybody how it goes down and nobody gets to beg to differ, and that I get to push the narratives and everybody has to follow suit. You see, that's what I don't do, because I have sense enough to know that everybody has opinions. And if you don't want someone to disrespect yours, then don't disrespect theirs. And if you think you can talk about people, well, then what makes you think that other people can't? And just because other people say something about people that you like, yeah, I'm being very specific in whom I'm talking to. So just because other people say something about whom you like, you don't get to get upset and start bullshitting in the background and then act like you didn't start bullshitting in the background. Okay? That's what you don't get to do. All right. So with that all being said, let's get into it. And here's another thing. And let me say this, because I have always said and will continue to say with pride that I have the most nefarious chats on ScrewTube, bar none. I absolutely believe it, and the royals believe it to be true. Now, here's how this goes. If you come in here talking crazy about the queen, about one of the royals, the moderators, or whatever, or just being disruptive in the chat, you'll be dealt with. That's how that goes. You see, because some people like to come in and disrupt people's chats, starting BS and going back and forth with people. Then when people start going in on them, now they're the victim. Here's a thought. If you're in chats where people are going in on you, how about just leave the chat? How about just leave? How about just go find another video to watch, or better yet, watch from the bushes? All right? Just watch from the bushes. All right, G from the land said, bye, wig 1 and 2. Absolutely. Okay. Thank you for your insight to the topic and your shenanigans and your contributions to the channel, beloved. Peace, love, and blessings. You know, I'm just saying, because there are some people who seem to think they get to tell everybody else how to think. Nobody tells me how to think. Okay, and if I don't like somebody that you happen to like and I go in on them, what are you going to do about it? Only thing you can do is get mad, because anybody that tries to go in on me is going to get the filth read out of them. And I promise you that it won't end well. I promise you that. So, but let me continue. Okay, let me continue. That all being said, now this video that Too Strong did on their channel, I thought it was very interesting, because just days before, or maybe that same day, I saw somebody talking about the situation, and I knew it was going to be some drama when the person talking about it was saying that it needs to be talked about, but they didn't want to talk about it, but they talked about it. So then I knew this was going to cause some drama. And here we are. So let's talk about it. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to add a little soft, mellow music in the background.
Sir. And I don't know that she's trying to shoot a shot at you.
This is gonna change nothing between me and Mike, because we too grown. mature men. But I will say this. I don't believe that Mike approved her to do what she did just a few minutes ago. Because see, they've been shooting little shots. And then you got people jumping in, trying to throw gas on the fire and escalate it while they sit back and say, oh, I'm not in it. But all they want to do is start up a whole bunch of drama and beef and then jump in the middle, say, hey, I'm the person that's going to help y'all bring it all together, and then kaboom. But it's not going to go like that. So I don't know why people thinking they super slick on the side doing a little sneaky stuff. But it's just, listen, it don't go like that, because at the end of the day, this is a man thing. And Mike and I are two adults. We're two grown men. And I already talked to Mike. You know what I'm saying? I talked to Mike, but he in the Philippines enjoying himself. And that's what he should continue to do. So me and Mike will talk when he get a chance. And that's it. But in the meantime, I recommend Mike, because I don't believe he told her to do that. I just couldn't imagine that. But I recommend Mike to get her in check, because she is going to get herself in stuff that she don't even want to be in. Like I promise you, she's barking up the wrong tree. And that's just keeping it real with you. This woman is barking up the wrong tree, and she should have left it alone. We let the little minions talk that was hyped up about it, and they trying to get a little juice and trying to get us into it with them and all that. But they, we looked at it and they ain't even saying nothing worth even addressing. You know what I'm saying? So we decided to leave it alone. But here she go, shooting again and again and again. And it won't stop. So at some point, we have to address the hypocrisy, because the biggest thing we noticed in his last video is the hypocrisy, because her take on it was too strongly to let this alley thing go and save the kids. But yet you're doing a reaction to the video. Okay, that's the first hypocrisy of it.
Yeah, that is hypocrisy, because if you're saying that they shouldn't be talking about it, if you're saying it's a distraction, they need to let it go, why are you entertaining it further, adding fuel to the fire? Why are you sitting up there doing a reaction to their video and then putting Allie's name in the title? Okay, sorry, make it all make sense. You see, but that's the thing. People will sit here and try to point the finger at somebody else, trying to go in on somebody else when they're doing the exact same thing, okay? That's called hating on somebody to me. That's what that sounds like. Haters, all right? Mad because they didn't think of it first, or mad because with Too Strong, what they came up about Allie Carter, the information they came up with proves that Allie has been lying about some things, okay? And then some people were vouching for it, caping for it, and now they feel stupid. So rather than admit that they were wrong, now they want to talk trash. Oh, we shouldn't be talking about Allie Carter. What about the kids? This is what they always say, okay? But meanwhile, Allie can't tell you one child that you saved. Please pay attention.
Doing a reaction to it in the very first place. Then you turn around and doing it again with her name in the title again. Well, we know what that's for. That's to trigger the algorithm. And that's cool. But since you said we should let it go, then why don't you just do what you told us to do and just let it go?
Exactly. That's a good question. If you don't think anybody else should be talking about it, why are you talking about it? You see how that makes no sense? You see how some people think that they can have all the opinions they want about anything and whatever and say whatever they choose, but nobody other than who's going along with what they're saying has a right to say anything, because now they want to get mad. Measurement says, this is why I only follow platforms with integrity. Never do panels under their channel. They are messing up progress. It was, if it was women or clear, no problem. Thank you for your insight into the topic, beloved, and thank you for your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. Now, are you talking about Too Strong's channel, or are you talking about the other person whom they're talking about? I'm confused, Measure Man. I think you're talking about the other people, but I'm just trying to clarify.
You're still talking about her.
I'm just trying to clarify, because sometimes things get lost in translation when we're texting rather than saying something, okay? Oh, you talking about Too Strong. You said never do panels under their channel. They are messing up progress. If it was women or clear, no problem. Oh, so you feel like they're messing up progress? Oh, okay. Well, I disagree. Sometimes you have to address certain things. Not that you have to, but sometimes you just want to address certain things, because people can paint narratives. People can say things that are not true about you. People can tell lies and all that stuff, or people can try to twist things and make it look like it's a certain way when it isn't. So sometimes you have to clarify things. And here's the thing. It's never, Measurement says the crazy people discredit Too Strong. Well, at the end of the day, they try to. You can't discredit somebody who has credibility. but you can try to. And that's the thing. When someone's trying to discredit you, you should come forward and speak on your own behalf. Show your receipts or voice your opinion and your concerns. That's what you should do. You don't have to bow gracefully out. See, that's what we need to stop saying. We need to stop acting as if people don't have a right to defend themselves. Okay, we need to stop acting like people are wasting time when they talk about certain things, because at the end of the day, there's 24 hours in a day, and you don't have to, it's not considered a distraction for me or wasting time if you decide to talk about something else other than what certain people want to hear, because you can in fact talk about a myriad of things. You can talk about a myriad of things, and guess what? Even if the person's not talking about a myriad of things, there is a myriad of other videos and people that are. So we always have choices. So I don't agree with that, beloved. When people tell people, "Oh, you shouldn't be talking about that. We're wasting time talking about this." Somebody told me that the other day, and I'm thinking, who the hell are you to tell me what I'm wasting time? If I'm wasting time, first of all, I'm not wasting time because it's my time. Now, if you feel like time's been wasted, that's because it's your time. And if you spend your time on here while you think I'm wasting time, then why are you letting me waste your time? I'm sorry, it's an easy fix. Now, that's all I'm saying. But at the end of the day, I think they absolutely should be addressing it. And that's why I'm also addressing it, because I think it needs to be addressed. Because some people think they can say whatever they want to say about whomever, and they can. But so can other people. And don't get mad when people say things about people that you happen to like, because I'm sure there's plenty of times that they've said things about people that other people tend to like. Okay. And in fact, they named a myriad of people and said, if you fool with those people, then don't fool with them. What are we in? High school? Is this elementary? Where you're mad at my friend, so now I have to be mad at you too? I mean, it's just all childish. But let's continue. I might be petty, but I'm only going to go so far.
We don't think we should let it go because we got much more information, and the investigations are still going on, because this thing is much deeper than what y'all know. And I guarantee you that it's way deeper than what you know. So when we get down to the bottom of it and keep digging, everybody's gonna be like, oh, okay, now I get it. But in the meantime, we will not have people continue to shoot at us that way without addressing it, especially the hypocrisy. I just want to lay that out there before we get started.
Indeed, sir. And I don't know that she's trying to shoot a shot at you, because I do believe you.
No, listen, you guys. I see somebody saying, Queen, he agrees with you. Vince says, Queen, don't Measure Man, don't set the Queen off. No, I love Measure Man. He's not setting me off, and I'm not going in on him. But I'm just telling him that I think that they absolutely should have addressed it. And I gave my reasons as to why. Because sometimes, honey, people think they can be talking greasy about you and that you shouldn't say anything, or that when you do go in on them or you reply or respond back, then their minions come out of the woodwork talking about, oh, you could have just handled it privately. I don't have to handle any damn thing privately, especially when they didn't give me that same courtesy. If somebody handles something in public, that's where we gonna handle it in public. Why the hell do you need to call somebody and whisper to them behind closed doors when they put you on blast? You put me on blast, I'm putting your ass on blast too. And so I don't blame them for addressing it publicly. That's what should have been done. Measurement says, sorry, wrote it wrong. Yes, Too Strong should address them trying to discredit Hurt's progress. Okay, that's what you said. Okay, so a typo. Okay, right. Oh, well, I knew that didn't sound right, beloved. Okay, coming from you, but thank you for your correction, clarification, and your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. Absolutely. That's right. And it does hurt progress. It hurts progress because now you got people sitting here have to clarify stuff, but sometimes you have to do it. But at the end of the day, the person who's talking all this smack, who started this whole thing, what is she actually doing? Because as you'll see, she never made that clear. I'm not saying she's not doing anything because I don't know this lady from campaign. I'm just saying that when questions were asked of her as to what she was in fact doing for the children, she had nothing to say. She had nothing to say. So I just have questions about that. But let's continue.
When you say they don't know that we are one and the same. And again, that's because people don't listen. So when we tell people don't listen, we'll always show you the proof that they don't listen. Now we're going to show you the proof of what they said about, I remember we covered this video and we said that she don't listen. That's what we said. And then we said, oh, if you were really paying attention, you'd understand what we were saying. She made a video or response. One of her friends made a response talking about we were just butthurt. I don't know what your fascination with people's butt, but we're not butthurt. but we do have an understanding of what logic is. It doesn't seem to be in your possession. So we're going to help you out a little bit by getting your mentals right and getting your ears usable. So maybe this will help. We saw the response that you made and the lives, both of them, from both of y'all. One's not worth responding to, but the Steph one, it definitely is, because it is interesting to me that you said in your response to our video about Allie that your whole vibe is to help the children. That was what you said. Somehow, though, you got caught up. You got caught up in your life, and you got approached by somebody. you got approached by somebody asking a very specific and good question, and you didn't know how to answer the question. And it's provable from what you said that you have no intention of saving the kids because you don't have a method or a plan. So I want to get into, should we just get into what she said first? Boss man, I think we should get into what she said. I think that's the very first thing we ought to do, is just get into it. Let them talk first. And then we'll fast forward to another section where the question was posed to them. And we will go forward because we can. RC 117.
Wait, hold on. Let me say one more thing first. And this is the part that people missing. Even the people that's trying to throw the gas on the fire. Again, we didn't say anything to her. We simply minded our business and did a video about what we wanted to do a video on, and she decided to downgrade us. And if you say that she didn't, we can pull it back up and we can go right through what she said and explain to the people that can't understand what's going on the way she was downgrading us and really like throwing dirt on us, you know what I'm saying, to make us look bad. And so, you know, we're gonna respond to that. Mm-hmm. But nobody mentioned it's, you guys are so rude, you shouldn't have talked to her like that. But when you step on my toes, I promise you don't get to tell me how I'm gonna respond. I might not do nothing. I might step on yours back. I might hit you in your mouth. I might put a sleeping pill in you. You never know what I'm gonna do. And you won't know it until you find out. But you don't get to make that decision, what I do and how I make a comeback. I do. So don't go talking about somebody wrong for saying this and that about her and putting her out there when she started first. We never said nothing to her. Nothing.
Right. And this is a grown woman. I don't know why some people feel like they got to speak for her as if she can't speak for herself. When somebody makes their bed, allow them to lay in it. Okay? If you want to talk trash about somebody, then you're going to be sitting here whining and playing the victim when they say something back about you.
But go ahead.
Yeah. And for those of us saying we should talk to her, then she should have done the same.
Yeah, because
it's a two-way street. She could have talked to us. She didn't talk to us. She made a response. So we can make the response. If you're going to hold us to a standard, hold your people to a standard too. Just hold your own people to a standard. That's all we're asking.
That's it.
All y'all saying you should have talked to her. This is so immature. Then maybe go tell your girl that instead of doing a reaction video, since you think talking to people is so much smarter, come talk to us. That didn't happen.
Why are you going to talk about Stephanie when she's not on her channel to defend herself? That's
okay. Kiki, do you love me? Says, see, Allie got people arguing over who helps the children. It's ridiculous. Y'all don't entertain that. Let it go too strong. Music Rec Network. We don't need to measure your charity. Allie is a hoax and not real. Well, you know, at the end of the day, that's how you feel, beloved, but it's already too late. They've already addressed it. So there's that, but let's continue.
Well, that's on her. I don't see how that's on us.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. See, I don't want to waste time on people like him.
No, but this is good because you're helping us prove our point, which is good. Keep talking. We want to make sure you keep saying stuff in the comments because.
And here's the thing. You say, beloved, you say that people are arguing over who helps the children. Well, isn't it about the children? Isn't that what everybody keeps saying? It's about the children. So we should want to know who's helping them. Is anybody helping them? We should want to know that. We should be talking about it. And second of all, especially if people are saying they're helping the children, because that's what the lady says, then, you know, people might want to know to what degree, to what extent, and how is she actually helping them. People have questions. So these things need to be addressed, especially from people who say, what about the children? Well, now we're talking about the children and who is or isn't helping them.
When we're done, you can have your 2 cents later on. Okay, here we go.
You know, I can't always
Exactly.
be on Maggie. So it's not because anybody's feelings are hurt or.
Let me answer this real quick. Terry Hinton says, Queen, who is speaking in the red cap? That's Marlon from Too Strong's channel, beloved.
Anybody did anything. I love Maggie. I love her. I love Mike. We're all good. Everybody's good. Yeah,
I just thought it would be a good
Yeah,
opportunity.
it's because of Too Strong and his temper tantrum because he thought you were someone that you're not.
No, we knew exactly who Stephanie was. Again, y'all don't listen. Y'all really have zero listening skills. The whole video, we addressed you, Steph. And then we said, we have even had people on our...
Let me say something, because Cherry put up a comment. Cherry said, I told Too Strong yesterday that something fishy is up with this lady. Steph, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Allie and Shelly are scammers. Some are making this about them and views and not helping the children. Well, here's the thing. It's already been about them, beloved. They're the ones who started going around saying all these things that they've been saying, specifically Allie, with coaching by Shelly, in my opinion. Now, that all being said, these things, there's nothing wrong with addressing these things. And then you said, making it about them and not helping the children. Well, who was helping the children before anybody made it about them? Ask yourself, beloved, who was making it, or who was helping the children before it became about them? See, here's the thing. We're YouTubers, okay? We're YouTubers. We create content. We're not a task force that goes out and stops trafficking. That's what none of us do. If anybody told you they're doing that, I don't believe them. Not if they're a YouTuber. So we're not the ones that are out here going to stop trafficking. We want it to stop. We bring awareness to it and talking about it. That's why we have these conversations and discussions. And when there's people like Allie, whom you said you believe her and Shelly are scammers, well, that's good, because I believe that's what they are as well. Don't you think that for the people who don't believe that, or don't know that, or haven't even had a clue about some of the things they've done and said that are absolutely not true, don't you think people need to be informed about that? They could be out here getting resources, and by that I mean donations and other services that could actually go to people who are actually helping children, who are actually trying to stop trafficking. Because there's a bunch of organizations that work in that area. I read a list of them off days ago. So you see, this is why we're having this conversation, beloved. Now, I want you all to stop trying to tell people what they should or shouldn't talk about and how they should or shouldn't handle things, because y'all unfortunately don't get to make that determination. Okay, the people that are dealing with the issue, they do. I don't know if you all think that we're supposed to stop everything we're doing, drop it all, get off YouTube and go run, order a van or a tour bus and go around trying to save the children. First of all, none of us are trained for it. I know I'm not. If I ran upon some traffickers out there, some drug cartels out there by the southern border, I wouldn't know what to do. Now, if I saw children running asking me to help them, I'd try to snatch them and run. That's all I know to do. I'd probably end up getting killed, and them to boot. So I'm not qualified. Okay? Now, I want to help the children. Now, so the best I can do is bring awareness to it, interview the mothers and talk to the families, as I've done, about things that are going on with their children. And then I can engage in programs in my own community, which I also do. But as far as going out trafficking, I'm not going to sit here and lie. I've never saved a trafficked child. I would love to, but I never have. I wouldn't even really know where to start. Okay? Nor do I have the resources to do so. I'm sure I would need a team of people that I'd have to pay. Even if they volunteered, I'd still need money to take them from the places that we'd have to travel. We might have to end up in the jungles of Brazil. There's no telling, because trafficking is global. It's a global crisis. So there's a whole lot of things that we as YouTubers just don't, we can't do. So we do the best that we can. And the most thing that we can do, the most things, is to highlight these stories about these missing and trafficked children, and to go in on those who are lying and grifting at the expense of real people who are really being trafficked. Okay? I hope I made that quite clear. Now, I'm not going in on anybody. I'm just telling you guys, let's not have unrealistic views and expectations of people. Stop getting on content creators' pages, leaving comments of foolishness, and in their chat saying, oh, you're wasting time. This is all a distraction. Somebody's supposed to be saving the kids. Why aren't you saving them? For everybody that says we're distracted and we're not out here saving the kids and we're talking about the wrong things, what are you doing? If I'm distracting and I'm creating a distraction and Too Strong's creating a distraction and whoever else is talking about Allie Carter, you're watching it when we're being a whole distraction. So what are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be the main one concerned about the kids? Because you're the one complaining about it, right? So just ask yourself. Just ask yourself is all I'm saying. But let's get back to it.
Channel. This is what we said. We had people on our channel, on our platform, in a live that said even if she lied, Allie meaning, then she'd still believe her. We said though specifically that someone else was on our live. We never said Steph was on our live, so we're not mistaking anybody. Again, if you don't have the comprehension skills of a 5-year-old, just say so. All you had to do was listen. I told y'all you reacted out of emotion. It was factual. It was all stinking emotional.
But that chick is just trying to, like, she just kind of jumping around and see who she can piggyback off of to get her little juice going because she can't build it for herself. So I'm not even really, to be honest, really interested in even just addressing her. She's kind of really irrelevant.
Well, it's factual because this one over top on the other corner agrees. Yeah.
By the way, he confused you with someone else.
Did he?
Oh. That is the theory that I heard because there's
so hold on, Corey. You go live to react to something.
Let me address this, and then I promise I'm going to let you guys watch it through before I interrupt again. At least I hope. Okay, so Difficult Research says we need to be looking at the ones behind the Sound of Freedom. Tim Ballard, who, like Diddy, is under investigation for literally trafficking the children. Been researching since my fam was unalived. Well, I'm sorry to hear about your fam, beloved. That sounds awful. I really hate to hear that, and my condolences to you for your loss. May the Most High comfort you in your time of grief. With that being said, yes, that whole Sound of Freedom thing, I did a whole video about that on TikTok and it was taken down and they said that it was inauthentic because I talked about a whole psyop that was going on. I did that over a year ago. Oh, so yes, I know all about that. And that's what I'm saying. You see, people like little old me, that's all I can do is bring attention to things. I can sound the alarm. You know, I can ring the bell, but I'm not going to get out there and go driving over to the southern border. Okay, like I'm Liam Neeson or somebody, okay? Like I'm, Steven Seagal, no less. That's what I'm not going to do, honey, because I will get murked real quick. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. What the hell do I look like trying to confront drug cartels about their money and their coins? You know how much money they make out of trafficking? And this is why they do it and why so many people are corrupted and involved in it, okay? So I definitely don't have any business going up there trying to, risk life and limb, engaging in things of which I know not. So I'll stick to what I know, and that's highlighting these stories and reaching out to parents and things of the like, and helping the children in the community that I can.
That you never watched?
Yes, yeah.
I'm just curious. I'm really curious.
No, I think she did. It just sounded like she didn't because she didn't really understand that because she was watching it through one lens. That's all.
Oh, okay.
That's what I believe.
So we right.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
There's a woman that is called the True One. I think she's light skinned also.
No, truth in me. Truth
yeah,
in me.
that one. Truth something, as Murphy gonna say.
I'm gonna fast forward.
Good. Okay. Once that's logged, we can proceed.
And I would love to understand your questions and what your thoughts are. So by all means.
Okay, good.
No, I'm just saying, I'm figured like you dropped the link for me to answer any questions you might have. So we can...
No. Empress, don't forget that sometimes things can be misconstrued in text as well. So, sometimes a question is not asked. It can be taken in different ways by a text than it can when you're
okay. So the title of your stream says one thing, but then you're talking about something else. Can you elaborate with that? Because that's my, reasoning to
So the
basically.
title of the stream says the truth about Ali Carter, what victims need to know. And the first part, we were talking to Maggie about addressing some, I guess, some stuff that was happened and said and things like that. And we addressed that earlier. So were you here earlier when Maggie addressed what the victims need to know?
Again, if we are not supposed to use Ali because we're doing a disservice to the victims, then you shouldn't be using that either. You just were asked about the title, right? You were just asked about the title. And you said, well, we put the title there to tell people what they need to know about victims, but you're still using Ali. This was the one thing that you called us out on. That was your whole shtick on your response to us, was that we ought not to be talking about Ali because it does detract, because you're putting too much emphasis on Ali. And here you are using Ali as clickbait.
All yours.
Make that one make sense. And all you did was talk about what we said about you. Then go into Ali again. When you're not supposed to be talking about Ali, you're supposed to be talking about the children. Your words, not mine. You said that all you deal with is the children. Was I wrong on hearing that, Corey? Or was I right?
No, I think you was right unless something wrong with me. Yeah, I've been known for things to be wrong with me, so. Hey.
I just don't understand how you can be that double speaking. Like, you say we shouldn't, then you shouldn't either. Okay? So again, now the groundwork is set. Notice Murph agreed with her being up there, and so did Steph. This is where the switch gets flipped.
Okay, so you still talking about another content creator that like I'm subscribed to, so I'm trying to figure out where do they play a part into that.
What content creator are we speaking about right now?
And then go straight into playing stupid. You don't know. All of a sudden, you don't know who we're talking about. Come on now. You spent about 20 minutes at the beginning of your show mentioning a very specific creator. Now all of a sudden, you don't know who it is? Okay, stand on business, please. Just stand on business. That's all. Stand on business.
Yeah,
the same content creator you've been talking about, like this whole live stream.
Who have I been talking about this whole live stream?
Okay, well, if you don't know, then I don't know.
Like, why is she acting as if she doesn't know who the girl's talking about? She knows who she's been speaking on. Now she wants to play crazy. This is nothing but gaslighting at its finest.
Then we could just play dumb. This whole thing. But it's not
Empress,
about that.
Okay,
it's
so
about
what is it
saving the children, right? It's about saving the children, right? And you say you work, you have a job. So how exactly are you helping to save the children?
Well, how exactly are we helping to bring awareness to the children that are missing and helping to find the children? To bring them back to safety?
Not aware. No. Not awareness. Not none of that.
How are we helping to find
how
the children?
Are you saving the children? Because that's what you basically saying. That you save children.
Empress, why are you here? Can I just...
Now all of a sudden he gets mad. Now he's been quiet this whole time. Now all of a sudden when she asks the question that he knows they have no good answer for, he says, Empress, why are you here? She's there to ask questions. What does it sound like she's there for doing? Okay, what are y'all doing to save these children of whom you speak? Okay. Then she quickly said, what are we doing to bring awareness? No. She didn't say anything about bringing awareness. You said you saving them. So how are you going about doing so, ma'am? We have several questions.
See? All of a sudden now you want to know why she's here? You already established why she was here right at the beginning.
And she don't have an answer. You see, look on her face like, let me see.
Like what? All of a sudden now Murph's stepping up to be the big man. Oh, why are you here? Well, I'm here because you invited me up and you admitted that as much. You said so. How come you're confused now? How are you that confused as to why? Because she asking a difficult question about how you saving kids. I thought your whole mission, you should have an answer like that. If someone asks me after telling them I save kids and it's all about saving the kids, that's what I say. And somebody comes up and says, how? You think my first response would be like, well, why are you here? What? And then you got to repeat the question. You repeat the question because you don't want to have an answer for it. You don't got an answer. How are you saving the kids when you got a full-time job? You admitted at the very beginning you have a full-time job. You said you're at the behest of the man. Your words, not mine. You said the man's got me. You wish you had more time to do what you really want to do. And you said what you want to do is save the kids. And you said you do. You are saving the kids. Again, not my words, yours. Not ours. If you gonna call us hypocrites for doing something, you can't go back and do the same thing that you said we're hypocrites about. What does that make you? What does that make you?
Yeah, that's the part that got me. It's crazy. Look, here's the thing. And again, you know, people keep saying it, and you're right. We all on the same mission. We just taking different routes to get there. But nobody from this camp, which is Merlin and I, let's make that clear, has said anything about the way they are approaching things or doing things. And I've had talks with Mike, and Mike told me some of his plans, and I told him, you know, that's cool, man. And I think in my mind, some things could be done differently. But if I told Mike my plans, he would think, hey, you know, I think you should do it like this, because we are all different and we all think different. But why would I knock Mike for the way he doing it when he doing the same, trying to do the same thing I'm trying to do? And everybody got different ideas. So all we did was made a video in support of what we're doing, and she dissed us. I don't understand how people don't understand that she struck at us first.
I'm gonna tell you why people feel like that, because some people have selective outrage. They only get upset when someone says something in response to one of their leaders. Okay, one of the little people that they follow, that they are a minion of. They get mad when somebody says something in response to these people, because they seem to think that these people can say whatever the hell they want. Nobody's supposed to say anything in response ever. Please make that make sense. Okay, please make that make sense. Selective outrage.
And then people start jumping in it and start throwing gas on it, when all they had to do is everybody just be quiet. Everybody should have just been quiet and left it between Steph and Too Strong.
And the very person saying that, oh, it's being messy and divisive is the one who struck the match in the first place and lit the fuse.
Or even just Steph and Merlin. Let it go.
I got a question for you. Okay. And I want to address this, and just bear with me just a second. It'll be worth it. Okay.
I'm a bear. Corey Fair, sugar bear.
Okay. Nothing about this conversation is helping the children. It's displaying males with feminine energy. I thought you said the woman was God. I thought women were good. If we do have feminine energy, does that mean then that you agree that Stephanie don't know what she's talking about? Okay, hear me out. Is feminine energy bad now? It's just a question. Is feminine energy bad?
And listen, people like this are so obtuse to me, because she leaves them a comment, nothing about this conversation is helping the children. Okay. It's displaying males with feminine energy. That was clearly a dig. Okay. She tried to hit below the belt on that point. But here's the thing. If it's nothing about this conversation that's helping the children, and that's what you want to hear about, lady, why the hell are you on their channel listening? Are you a fool? Because that's what you sound like. That's what you sound like when you're sitting there listening to somebody's talking points, listening to their commentary, listening to the discussion that they're in fact having, but you disagree with it. You think it's lackluster. You think it's not beneficial. You think it's not helping anything. Why the hell are you still listening? Are you a glutton for punishment or a fool? Because you got to be one or maybe both. Okay? Like, make it all make sense. Then trying to throw jabs at somebody in the first place. Honey, you could simply have just left. Why did you even waste your time asking a question or leaving a statement? Okay, you see how these people make no sense? Mad because the person said something they don't want to hear. about somebody that they don't want to hear it about, but they continue to sit there and think they're going to try to dictate the narrative of somebody else's channel by trying to tell them what they should or shouldn't do and what it's given. Talk about it's giving feminine energy. Well, you know, you're a given idiot. That's what you're giving, ma'am. Idiot for still sitting there listening. Could have simply left, kept scrolling.
Well, look, first of all, if she thought that, she wouldn't be here. She loved,
well, and the picture you got is a demonic female. I'm trying to figure out how that's good.
yeah, shit though.
All right. And if we are petty, we said this at the beginning. We more than petty. We beyond petty. We are real petty.
Listen, and this is so petty that I wouldn't even blame a lot of people from coming in here to listen to it. Don't come. Look, we do other shows. Just this is not the one for you. Look, you might want to you might watch the Lakers, right? But if the Lakers do an exhibition game with a high school team, is basically what we're doing now. You probably wouldn't want to go to the game. Some people might want to go to the game so they can see, you know, LeBron do some easy dunks and all that stuff. So if you don't want to watch the show, then don't watch it. We understand that. That's fine.
Yep. And what that might be, Star, hear me out. That might be. But when she was asked the question, did she say that? To me, it's a simple question. If you say this is what she's doing, and you've put a few things about what she's done, how is it that she couldn't answer that? That's my biggest thing. Usually, if you're doing something on a daily, or at least perpetually, you should be able to say, like Corey and I, if someone came and asked us, how often are you covering a certain topic? We can say about twice a week, maybe 3 times a week, right off the top. We wouldn't have to say, what do you mean how often are we covering a topic? You know why? Because it's a matter of fact.
I'm going to fast forward.
Tear up your car insurance bill and try this instead. I used to let them raise my car insurance every year until I found this.
From 2 channels, so it is possible you don't see all the
I'm
chat
on God's side.
No,
I'm
I'm
on
talking
God's
about
side.
We're talking about the
we're
chat.
streaming from 2 channels, so you might not see all the comments from
Okay,
both sides.
I'm just saying,
because-
VB,
Yes.
that's your channel that's on YouTube
Absolutely.
right now.
So you're on my
Your
side.
channel, okay, your channel is streaming live right now.
Absolutely. And I'm streaming from another channel as well right now. So that's why
Right.
I'm saying sometimes you will not see all the comments because we have 2 channels that are commenting at the same time that we're
That don't make no sense. When I say it don't make no sense. She wouldn't know about the other channel being commented on because she doesn't watch that. She's on your channel. That's what she just finished saying. So how is she going to think about seeing someone other channels chat in your channel, bro? How? In fact, how would she know this was the first time you mentioned you're streaming to a different channel? She's not looking for somebody else's channel chat in this chat. She's telling you about this specific chat, but you're ignoring it. Again, you're not addressing what is being spoken of or said. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Just answer the question. Now, everybody that watches us know this, right? We like questions, but what we really like
Answers.
is answers. And I'll tell you this one. I'll tell you why she would not make it here. Because we don't play with questions. We ask you, we want answers. You ain't gonna be able to be like, well, what else? No. The question was, well, you see, no. The question was, this is why people don't want to come here. It's not because we're rude. Trust me, it's not that. Because y'all forget how he was. I think y'all forget the original Too Strong, where y'all used to call us Crowbar and Hammer. Y'all forget them days, but they're still around the corner. But we do not play around questions. When we ask you of something, especially when you say you're a word.
You ever sign?
Did you see what I did to help her out?
What you took her? You got her out of here?
No, I got my picture down. I took my video down. See.
Oh. Moving forward, but then it don't stop. just keep on. Then,
Well, again, what are we saying that's not true? You're not. See, I think it's a habit. It must be a habit.
Yeah. What are
all we do is ask the same question over and over. You're yet to answer the question.
Yeah. What are we saying
that isn't
not true?
Just
please
answer that question, please. That's all we want. Are you not capable of doing it? Didn't say so. But it's just like with Steph. So far, we asked that one question twice now, and twice now you haven't answered it. You're going on to something else, kind of like Steph. Oh, okay, so answer that question. That'd be great. Let's see if Stephanie answers the question, shall we?
Streaming to. So nobody's blocked anyone's comments. We just have 2 channels, so I can see everyone's comments from both channels. But if you're on my channel, you can't see the other channel we're streaming from, and if you're on the other channel, you can't see my channel.
No duh.
Well, I never heard of
help to explain.
Yeah, it could. That could be what it is, if that's what you want to say it is. I'm not negating that.
Yes, we're not. I don't block anyone. So there's no need to block anyone. I'm just giving you the opportunity to speak so that we can have an understanding of, what you were saying in the chat, because I wasn't, clear what was going on. My mods did think that you were maybe trolling, and I didn't want to, just assume that you were trolling. And that's why I asked you to come up so that I can understand what what you were saying.
You don't want to understand because she asked you to get an understanding and you won't clarify. How is this difficult?
Let me. I gotta address one real quick. This is
Golly.
Why are y'all getting so upset? Allie's witchcraft is doing number on your, and you don't see it. So I don't know if you're talking to us. Well, first of all, yeah, it can't be. I'm just saying,
can't be. No.
Witchcraft don't work on us. It don't. But if it do, then let me know. Let me know. Please clarify that.
It has to. That has to be. I'm gonna bet money it's on somebody else.
Yeah, it got to be.
Again, so far, Empress hasn't had her questions answered. She's been asked and told that she was brought up because they needed clarifying about the troll comment. And when she finally says something that they say they want to give her time to say, they ask her, "Why are you here? Why are you on this channel?"
Okay, hold on. Let me get this. Let me get this just a little bit, and then you take it. I will tell you what's not true. You said she's not helping people while she is. I'm one of them. We didn't say she's not helping you.
Now I want y'all to pay attention. Now she's sitting up here lying. Okay, I bet you money she's lying. Now Star all of a sudden says, "I will tell you what's not true. You said she's not helping people while she is. I'm one of them." Girl, sit your lying self down some damn where. Answer their question. See, she can't answer the question because she hasn't a leg to stand on. So now she's deflecting and gaslighting, trying to reiterate that, oh, y'all are saying she didn't help anybody, but she did. First of all, they never said she didn't help anyone. They said she didn't answer the question when asked about whom she helped. Like she can't answer the question, but you can. And second of all, you're talking about she helped you. Well, they're talking about her helping children. You're a grown-ass woman. That's for number one. And for number two, I want you all to pay attention to people like this. This woman probably doesn't even know Stephanie from a can of paint and probably has never been helped by her. But she'll say that to make her point seem valid, to make it seem like she's calling out them for lies. Okay, that's what she's trying to do. People do it all the time on YouTube, Instagram, you name it. Okay, this is what people do. They'll sit there and in such a desperate mood to vouch for somebody, they'll sit up there and tell a whole lie, knowing good and well that lady hadn't helped her one bit. Helped you by doing what, ma'am? And if that were true, wouldn't she have led with that? Why would she have kept going the back and forth? That would have been the first thing I would have said if I thought they were trying to imply she didn't help anybody. Excuse me, sirs. Yes, she had. She helped me. That would have been the first thing you said. No, that's her ace in the hole. When she gets backed into a corner and she can't answer, okay, with anything that makes sense and that has logic, okay, speaking honestly and truthfully, then she comes back. Well, no, you're saying that she's wrong. You're saying that she didn't help, but she helped me. I'm one of them. One of a who? Okay, first of all, they're talking about children, all right, which it doesn't look like you are. Measure Man says, imagine lying with truth in your username. Measured Man, you are wrong for that. just make that all make sense. The irony of it all. I mean, it behooves me. Yeah, so see, I am so done. I didn't even think of that. Okay, Str8 Truth Seeker. Apparently not, ma'am. Okay, that was right on time, Measure Man. Thank you for your insight to the topic, honey. Pointing that out, and for your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings.
Clearly said multiple times in this video. You can go back and say, I said, we're not saying that you're not helping people. We're just saying you're not telling us. Maybe you don't know, and maybe you're not the one. So again, tell us what we said.
That was a lie.
Not true. What is upsetting you?
I even said, because Corey said that, and I said this. This is what I said. I said, so why didn't she answer the question like that? Because you answered the question. You answered the question for Steph, and Steph couldn't answer the question. So if what you're saying is true, why couldn't she call it to her mind to say it? Why is she avoiding answering the question? If you need a reminder of what we said, rewind the video and listen. So you're not right. You are lying on us now. So you should probably apologize, because you're the one lying, because we didn't say that.
Oh, she's definitely not going to apologize. I find it also interesting. And Red Wine Entertainment said her username should be Blind Seeker. Okay, because she doesn't want to know the truth. She can't handle the truth. Please pay attention.
Clarify it. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm just saying, VB. I ain't trying to cut you off. I'm just saying the title of your comment, it said something about Ali Carter. And I just wanted to really know, as a woman that is a survivor of stuff that's been said, how accurate do you believe that Ali Carter is? Because it's not just Ali Carter, it's Shelly Carter too. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? You can't go one without the other. So do you believe Ali Carter?
Are you saying you're a survivor of stuff? I just want to clarify.
Again, don't listen. Don't listen.
It's bad.
On that.
No, I'm a survivor of the foster care system.
Okay.
So I wanted to know what your stance was with Ali Carter. Okay. Like, do you believe her?
I understand.
Do you feel like what she's saying is accurate? I don't know.
What I think and what I'm going to stand on is that coming into what I'm doing, I was not influenced by Ali Carter. When I came in here and I said that I find the children.
That ain't even the question. She didn't ask you if you were influenced. She never asked you that. She asked you very specific question. Do you believe her?
And she been riding for Ali. Remember how hard she was going for Ali? Come on now, don't see, man. People got to start being genuine. And when you mess up, say you messed up.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sitting there riding hard in the paint for Ali, now looking crazy because new evidence has come out. And Ali's been proven to be a liar. Not saying she lied about every single thing, but she certainly told some lies. And rather than admitting that she's been duped, she wants to sit there and then just act crazy and then just deflect from the entire question, talk about, I wasn't inspired by Ali. Ma'am, no one asked you if you were inspired by Ali.
And move on. I'm not lying. I never lied on either one of you. I always had respect for you. For both of you, and been watching you. Okay, Stir.
What you did though.
Stir. Okay. Please answer the question. What did we lie about? First, I asked you, why are you so upset with us? And you said, because we lied. And then I said, okay, lied about what? And then you lied on us, because we never said that. And somebody else made a good point in the comment section. They said, we asked her about the kids, not about adults. So you still didn't answer that question about the kids. You got me right there, but you know, somebody had my back, so it's all good. but we're asking you, what did we lie about? Or do you want to change it up and say, okay, I thought y'all was lying, but you wasn't, my fault? I mean, where you at with that?
And I'm still waiting for Steph to answer one question. Not a question that Empress didn't ask. Where do you stand on whether you believe her or not? How much of it do you believe? Now, this is 2 questions in, right? 2 questions in. 2. Star, if I were you, I wouldn't answer on behalf of Steph. I would suggest you don't answer for Steph. This question is through and for. If she can't answer it, I'm not taking your answer on behalf of Steph, because you ain't Steph. Okay, you might have an answer you think she might give, but these questions are for her, and she didn't answer them. So again, stick to the topic. Do you believe Allie? Well, when I first came in, I was raised in a middle-class family.
Those who are living in the house they paid off are making a huge mistake. You see, there's this wild real.
What's wrong with you, man?
I was raised in a middle-class family, and we celebrated Kwanzaa every year since 1934.
I'm not doing this. Nope. I'm not gonna be able to do it, bro.
That's how she answered the questions. That's how she answered it. Look, you didn't even ask me nothing about that, but that's what now you're a middle-class person, and you're talking about when I first joined the podcast thing, I did go on and did the stuff with the things. Okay, so do you believe her? Well, it's kind of difficult to answer if you don't know the answer to the question with the answer. So let's see if she answers it.
Because the numbers were so high and it didn't sound right, and God has put me on this mission. I didn't know anything about Allie Carter. I didn't find out anything about Allie Carter until Mike and other people that were in the chat said, hey, have you ever heard of Allie Carter? I said no. So they showed us some videos about Allie Carter, and I watched the videos and I heard what she said, and I understand what she's saying, and I understand what she's doing. There were certain things about the videos that I saw, some of the videos that I didn't really sit right with me. But, you know, at the same time, there is something about Allie Carter that makes me feel like she has been through something. Now, what she has been through, who she's been through it with, and all this other stuff is none of my concern. Because
none of your concern.
None of her concern. So we are at the point where we told y'all we were going to get to. We are at it. But the problem is, it should be your concern. Because if she is doing this with no real goal of helping the children in mind, that's a big problem. That's a very big problem. The fact that you don't think it's a problem, that's the problem. And the fact that you still haven't answered the question is a bigger problem. But we're wrong. When we told y'all she didn't listen, she don't listen, she doesn't listen. She doesn't know how to listen. She will hear you anticipating her own response to you. Nothing to do with the question. And that's proven out when Empress first came up and said, what are you doing to help the kids? Why are you up here? What am I doing to help the kids? Why are you up here? We didn't know you were a troll. Blah, 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 blah. Never answered the question. But now she's saying, whatever happened to her is none of my concern. Right? None of your concern.
None of her concern. That's because she couldn't ride with her like she wanted to, because we proved her to be a liar. When everybody told us we was dead wrong.
That is crazy.
It is. And the thing is what I can't understand about her, the people that's following her. Y'all realize y'all watched her attack us. Y'all watched her attack us. Could you imagine? I'm in the mall and somebody's walk up and just smack the shit out of me. And then I put the hands on them and y'all say, Corey, you should have did that. That is crazy to me. and then attack me for it.
Yeah, thank you.
I can't believe you did that. What?
What the?
What the?
And that's absolutely true, because that's what's going on here. Okay, that's what's going on here. You see, the problem is some people cannot give credit where it's due. Now, if you are wrong and someone else was right, and you're, too big-headed to say that, but rather than say that and applaud them for their due diligence and gathering receipts and doing real research, which you obviously failed to do, you'd rather lash out and go in on them. And then when they lash out on you, with receipts no less, then now you're the victim and your little minions want to act as though you're the victim. Oh, she's not like that. This isn't how she is. It wasn't an accurate portrayal. Well, it looks accurate to me. And I'm sure it looks accurate to most of us. Okay. Those of us with common sense. It looks like a person who is a hypocrite. It looks like someone who is contradicting their own words that they spoke themselves. It looks like somebody who's a whole hater. And because they don't want to congratulate someone else for doing a good and thorough job and admitting and owning up to and taking accountability for their own wrong and their mistakes and misinformation when they vouched for someone they clearly shouldn't have vouched for, well, this is what they do. They want to try to twist the narrative and try to go in and then play the victim. It's called throwing rocks and hiding your hand. Okay, that's what it is. Now, Too Strong says, we done got more stuff on Steph and Murph and it ain't looking good. Well, I'll certainly be at the front row seat to find out what it all is, okay? Please pay attention. Because this is all crazy as far as I'm concerned. Okay, you can't even make it make sense. Andrea said fraud today. Exactly. Okay? Exactly. So you'd rather go in on somebody who's speaking the truth because you were foolish enough to fall for lies? Blame yourself. Don't blame them.
Hold on.
What the? That is crazy. This woman listen. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I hate to do this because Mike is Mike. I really like that Mike. That Mike's something else. Look, go watch the video that she did and the stuff she was saying. Just look how Mike was looking. He was almost like, damn. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even mad at Mike at all. He was put in a situation. You sit up here, that'd be like I'm doing a show and somebody's bust out and then just start talking about Mike and knowing that we cool. That's crazy. That is crazy to me. So
I'm still waiting on the answer myself.
Man. Oh, okay.
Should I stop holding out hope?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I'm gonna have faith that she gonna answer.
Hold on. And then Too Strong says, and then the outsiders trying to hype it up for clout. Exactly. And then act like they're not trying to hype it up. Okay. Like they're really trying to mediate and make it all better. So nobody's, against each other. I mean, make it all make sense. Some people think they're so slick, but I see right through the bullshit. Okay. Measurement says she is selling stickers for parents to wear so children know they are a protector of children. Being traffic stickers, y'all. Oh, that's a grift. Okay, that's a grift. Please pay attention. So selling stickers for parents to wear so children know that they're a protector of children. What if somebody who's a predator of children gets a hold of one of the stickers? How's that going to work? So because somebody has on a sticker, the children are supposed to know this person means them no harm, that this person is a protector of them. That could go left. Some of those very people who prey upon children could get a hold of those stickers and put them on and then go up to the children acting like they're a protector when they really aren't. So there's that. Seems like they didn't think that through so great. Okay, because they were probably thinking about making money. Now, hey, that's my opinion. Okay, thank you for your insight into the topic, Measure Man, and for your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings to you. We Next, aka DSB, just gifted a membership to the Queen's channel. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay. And We Next, aka DSB, just gifted another membership to the channel. Thank you, beloved. Peace, love, and blessings. You all be sure to shout out We Next, aka DSB, for his gratuities. Okay. Well, let's continue.
Okay.
Because my concern when I came to YouTube intentionally was to do something and to build a network to help find these children and bring them back to safe homes and safe.
What children? Hear me out. What children?
She's just talking, dude.
No. I just want to know which. Now, is it the children Allie's talking about? Because if it doesn't matter what happened to her, then her story could be a lie too, because there might not be any children. Now, if I know there are children being trafficked everywhere, I can easily say, yeah, there are children being trafficked. Perfect. And now I'm going to help you find the children. But what children exactly? Where are they?
That's right. I have several questions. When people start acting like they're helping and saving children, I want specifics. What are you doing? What organization are you working with? Because I know you're not just going out there boots on the ground doing it by your lonesome by yourself. Okay, what organizations are you working with? How many children have you aided in the rescue of? Okay. Do you need further resources? And if so, where shall they be dispersed to upon you collecting them? I'm just saying I have questions, but you see, sometimes people get upset when you ask questions. And it's been in my experience that the only time people really get upset about you asking questions is when they're lying. Because if someone's being honest, they won't get upset about you asking questions. In fact, they applaud you and want you to ask questions so that they can be transparent and tell you the facts so that you're not confused and you don't get things twisted and you know exactly what's going on and what their intentions are. But when people have no good intentions, or they're just doing and saying things for clout just to make it look like they're doing so much when really they're not doing anything, or maybe just a little something, then they don't want to answer those questions and quite frankly think that you have a nerve, the audacity of you to even ask. Why you should just believe what they say simply because they said it. But let's continue.
Just random? You're just going to be randomly looking for kids? What children?
Yeah, where? In the spirit of answering questions, why all this is a problem to you? Because
they made it one.
That was pretty much what I was going to say. Because at the end of the day, we decide what's a problem to us and what's not, and we decide to go live on our channel or not. That's why, because we made it a problem. We decided to let it be a problem. We could go into detail, but you're condescending and sarcastic, so we just skip by you.
Okay.
Star said she been answering. Okay, tell us again, because we did miss it. You're right. What did we lie about? Tell us again, please, because we did miss it. I know I did. Did you catch it, Merlin?
I caught one or two things, but I wasn't watching.
Yeah. Okay. Let me start over. Why? No, I'm sorry. What did we lie about? Please be like very specific and direct. What did we lie about? Because if we lie, we're going to correct. I promise you that, sometimes people get things wrong. And if you point it out, we're not going to sit here and act like, oh, wait a minute. No. We're going to do that like some people do. We're going to tell the truth. So tell us what we lied about so we can correct it, please, in the spirit of being supportive.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I saw another one that had a question that in my head, it raised a question. And I want to bring it up. Okay, here's a question. I got the question.
Go ahead.
Exactly. It's just answered the question. You have both watched the full part of Steph speaking on panel with that other girl on live yesterday, because the premiere y'all posted and this live now are only pulling clips, changing context. There's no changing the context. What have we clipped out?
What?
Now, see how ignorant people are. Do y'all see that? Now, this fool, whoever she is, just said that they're pulling clips and changing context. They have not clipped anything. They're playing the video in order. They're just letting the video play, just like I'm letting their video play. I fast forward every now and then, but at the end of the day, they're letting the video play. So where are the clips? You see how people are ignorant, and when things aren't going in the way they want it to go, when their narrative is being pulled apart, picked apart, and their lies are crumbling, the lies that they've been, so glad to and gleeful to believe. When all that starts to fall apart, then they come with foolishness like this. Oh, you guys, that's AI. That's not real. Oh, you guys are clipping it. You're taking it out of context. No, fool, they're not. Okay, that's what you're doing.
What context? Yeah,
we didn't clip nothing out. We're playing her whole conversation. What are you talking about? Did we hear wrong? Did Maggie not laugh at the statements we made and say we were just butthurt? Was that out of context? That's out of context? What context could that be put in? That's all I want. Which context could we put that in? We're not pulling nothing, no clips or nothing. She said what she said about our view and we had the right to retaliate, or at least bring our view back at it. It's a natural progression of things you put on the internet, right? You see how she said what she had to say about us? Did we strike her and say you can't say that? No, we corrected her with our own. That's how we do. It's not that difficult. I don't see how that's difficult. Anyway, come on, Steph, answer the question.
Safe places. That's it. So for me, Allie Carter's 31 years old. Okay. She has been, I hope she's safe. I hope everything is okay with her, but I'm not concerned so much with whether she's lying, whether she's telling the truth. I appreciate the fact that she said something about children, and the people that did follow her before I knew anything about her were, alerted to children that were in harm. I appreciate that, because even if it's not her story, it is information that people needed to hear. And
wow.
So people needed to hear lies. That's what people needed to hear. People needed to hear lies rather than truth. Please, somebody make that all make sense. She said either way, it's something people needed to hear. We didn't need to hear lies. And I'm quite sure that most of us knew about trafficking before Allie came to YouTube or social media, period. Okay? But telling lies is what we need to hear. Oh, that's interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a serious question. Hear me out, okay? Let me just ask this most serious question I could possibly think of. If what Allie is saying is a blatant, unequivocal lie, which we have proven it is because her timelines do not add up, and somebody decides to run with her story and goes and puts a case on somebody that did nothing wrong, y'all are going to be okay with that? Because she's bringing attention? It don't matter if she's lying, like at all. I just want to make sure y'all are okay with people lying because the ends justify the means. But it's not even the lie, it's the type of lie. This is no small lie. What she is saying is not a small lie. It's not like she's saying, oh, I was trafficked to Pennsylvania, but what she really was trafficked to DC. That'd be a matter of miles. But she's talking about a whole complete fabrication of her life. And she mentioned children that she's met in crates, but cannot tell you where these crates are, cannot tell you any names. She can't say if she saved anybody. She mentioned a whole child being unalived and did nothing to report that person to the authorities. But she's helping the kids? And her lies don't matter? Are you insane? You have to be a whole different type of mental to say something that asinine.
No, she don't, because she mean it. It don't mean nothing to her. Since she not telling the truth, and she can resonate with it, I found out she lying, so now it don't matter because she don't want to admit that she believed a lie. So she said it don't matter. That's her defense.
That's all so true. Hold on, guys. I'm going to stop it right here. I'm going to stop it right here. Because this is all just real crazy. Now, she's trying to discredit them because she didn't like what they said and because they, in fact, debunked what she was foolishly believing. I'm not even going to say foolishly. Many people believe Allie. That doesn't make them foolish. But what does make them foolish, in my opinion, is when people show them facts, proof, and receipts, whole evidence that debunks some of the things that Allie said, and then they still say they believe it. Now, that's foolish. Okay, anyone can be fooled or deceived or tricked. That doesn't make you a fool. But when you see the truth right in front of your face, evidence to substantiate that the claims that you were once believing were false, but yet you refuse to accept the facts and want to stick to the lie, that is foolish. Okay? Now, this person sitting up here and clearly doesn't want to admit that she was wrong. And that's okay. But at the end of the day, don't sit here and try to go in on somebody else for speaking the truth. How does that even make sense? And then you have her little minions who have selective outrage, who are upset because Too Strong called it out. And then they say, oh, you should have spoken to her in private. They didn't tell her she should have spoken to them in private. When she did her video, she drew first blood. She did a video first. So they didn't go and tell her, hey, you know what? You should have probably talked to them in private. No, they didn't say that. They didn't tell her, you know what? This is distracting. You should be talking about the children. After all, isn't that what you're here for? No, they didn't say that. They only said that when Too Strong came back and countered what she said and spoke up on their own at their own defense. See, that's what some people do. Like I said, thinking that they can say whatever they want, will or may, and that the people that they support can do the same. But the people who go against them are the problem. Yeah, hypocrites. And as they think, you know, some of these people literally think that they get to decide what everybody else should think or believe. Who do they think they are? Okay, who do they think they are at the end of the day? And one of those people whose name was mentioned is always in some mess. I'm always seeing their name all over YouTube in some mess. So one has to question, are they purposely getting involved in mess, maybe for clicks and views? I mean, we all want clicks and views, but some of us are willing to do a whole lot more than others to get it, including be unethical, tell lies, grift, you name it. Manufacture beefs and all of that. I find it all so nefarious is all I'm saying. I find it all so nefarious. At the end of the day, I would like for anyone, I challenge you to bring me a list with one name on it. Just one, not even a list, just one name of a child that Allie, Carter, and Shelly have helped or saved. All right, until you can do that, let's not sit here and try to go in on people who are proving day by day that she's been telling whole lies for years. And don't be mad at anyone other than yourself and your lack of discernment if you, in fact, still believe those lies. There's nothing wrong with if you believe them at first before you saw proof. But if you've seen the evidence and you still believe those lies, don't blame anyone and don't get mad at anybody else other than yourself, okay? Because you're the fool, not anyone else who's exposing things. Oh, with that all been said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. For those of you who missed the first broadcast that I did this morning, there's the link in the chat. Make sure you catch up to that, all right? And, but of course, DC said it's the Village Idiots at it again, okay? Sad to say, but in some cases it absolutely is. All right, anyway, so shout out to Too Strong for that very thorough video. And, you know, haters gonna hate. And people who have narcissistic tendencies never want to admit that they're wrong, okay? They never want to admit that they're wrong. That's what they don't want to do. They'd rather point the finger at somebody else and act as though it's somebody else's fault, or somebody painted a narrative, or somebody just didn't tell the whole truth, or somebody just doesn't know what they're talking about, or somebody took it out of context. That's what they do. Please pay attention. So anyway, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Hey, yo, Nick, hit him with that flavor.
Soul all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. That's See right. A bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got